Hello, and welcome to episode number 2 of The Rhino and the Dude.
I'm the Rhino.
And I'm the Dude. And today we're joined by a special guest, 2028 POTUS.
That's right.
The Tom Hardy, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. Ooh. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the Steven Soul Jr., the bootleg Tom Hardy.
You sure know how to tickle somebody's balls. Good Lord.
What's up, man?
That excited me.
That was a pretty good intro. That was like a throwback
solid.
to my fight days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I still got something in me.
I'm still waiting for that brick in my face.
What you gonna do with it?
You've gotten it.
What you gonna do with that? That's right.
What you gonna do with it?
You taught Chael Sonnen, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
You know, he's a failed student of mine.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
He's the greatest shit talker of all time.
Yeah, I mean, the greatest one never really made it to the big show.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, he had to get his realtor's license.
And
make some money.
Make some money.
Dude, it was
And
really
make the
expensive to like fight amateur. Like,
Was it?
well, I mean, with the doctor bills and shit.
It was like $100.
Yeah, but if you're fighting full time, you're not making any money. Like,
Yeah, true. Like, but you know, then
Five
medicals.
fights, that's $500.
But they last. I think it was like 90 days or something like that. So you figure, I guess if you fought 4 times, it might have been 180 days. I think one of them lasts. It was either, I think the physical lasted 180 and the blood work lasted 90 days. So you figure blood work every 3 months, and
Yeah, that's blood work 4 times a year.
yeah. So then it was $100 for that.
I don't like giving.
He couldn't couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I don't like needles.
Yeah, that's gonna say, yeah, you really don't like needles.
Yeah, nope, I don't. Unless they're like 10 at a time.
Yeah, unless it's a lot of needles. I'm very against one, but I'm all into many.
I just got a tattoo on Saturday.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got my shoulder covered up with, just a lightning cloud.
Okay.
But the dude, he did something different this time. I've never had it before. So you know what Sensoderm is?
No.
It's like second skin. So
Okay.
tattoo artists have started using this instead of like trusting people to do the lotion and shit because people suck.
Yeah.
So they just slap this second skin on you, and it works like skin. It heals without scabbing. But he said it sticks better if it's dry. So after the tattoo was done, he was wiping down with a paper towel, which is normal. But then he took some fucking what do you call it, isopropyl alcohol, isopropyl.
Yeah, I think so.
Just started wiping me, and being a man, I had to not show any emotion.
just cried
I was just
a lot.
dying, and
Emotionally.
it was really bad.
So you got a lightning cloud?
Yeah.
I'm kind of upset. Did you steal my Thunderbolt idea?
No, I didn't steal your Thunderbolt idea.
Eric,
but,
you don't have any tattoos, do you?
No, but I've been talking about this one forever, and I just need to do it.
Yeah.
It's a cloud with a lightning bolt on my thigh, and it's because I got thunder thighs. So it's just a thunderbolt on my thigh. I wanted to do it forever, and I just need to go in and do it. I even have a tattoo artist picked out and everything. I'm like, I just need to be like.
I remember
send
you
it.
were like super in, like you were like into.
Oh, I love
looking at them and all, but
anything with art, like anything of someone being creative and like drawing. I'm super into. Like I go online all the time on my phone. And I'll just like look at tattoo artist pages.
Yeah.
Just because like it's cool because like people just drawing something that came from someone else's mind that they're like creating a lot of times.
Right.
I don't like pop in like quick tattoos where it's like they already had the stencil made. Like I like seeing the ones where like people come up with an idea and the guy draws it.
yeah. Whenever I don't have any tattoos, and I'm never gonna get any tattoos, and we all know this.
Just
But-
wait till you see the thunder baby from down under.
Yeah.
Change your mind.
But when I see people with those like, oh, I went through the book and it was page 30. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, come on, you could have done better than that.
So my buddy Jake has his whole back done, but he did it with like the bamboo and the stick in Thailand.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
it's sick looking. Like now he has his whole arm done like traditional Thai art and stuff, but his back is like sick looking.
Did he say
He sat there. It took like he said it took like a ridiculous amount of time, like 12 hours or something. He has back done.
Yeah, that hurts. My buddy, he just he booked an 8-hour session with a tattoo artist, and he like swore he wanted to get his whole neck done in 8 hours. He lasted 4 hours, fainted twice because it was so like painful.
It sucks.
Yeah, and he had numbing cream and everything. Like they give you numbing cream, and like when they put it in when they start because it has to seep in. Almost like if you ever had a shot of like Novocaine or painkiller in your mouth for like wisdom teeth or something, they like stick it in there. So, but yeah, he had the painkiller and everything, and he fainted twice. Told the guy keep going, and you know he's got a little skull on his throat now, but man,
It's half done because
it's
Yeah.
half done. 'cause
Liability.
It's so painful,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He said he's going in for another session, but
How do you think that tattoo artist feels about that? I feel like if I was like tattooing someone that just like passed out,
yeah.
I'd freak out.
they must be used to it.
Yeah, I think they are
Might
used to it, yeah. Because, like, it's their job.
Yeah, I
you
guess
know?
so.
They expect somebody to be in pain. You know,
Yeah,
they're stabbing
that's
them
fair.
repeatedly. You know?
Yeah, but when you leave there with a beautiful clouded thunderbolt on your thigh, get a pair of short shorts, just walking around showing it off.
Just you in short shorts is enough.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
You should have been there for middle school gym class.
oh Jesus.
Oh, actually, when I did
I'm not a
track,
pedophile.
we had the
I like
shortest
you now,
shorts.
not when you were.
hey man, you're talking about getting into politics.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I gotta.
You might have to indulge. You might have to indulge.
Sell your soul.
Go over to Epstein's Island.
Don't get me started. He's still alive. No,
You think he's still alive?
nah, he's not.
What happened to him?
Nah, he hung himself, Eddie.
Do you think he hung himself?
Yeah, I mean, that's what
He
they
hung
say.
himself, but Hillary was like pulling the rope. Bill and
It was
Hillary
an
were like,
assisted
no
suicide.
one will know.
Yeah.
Because, it's hard to hang yourself when you stand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who's the kung fu guy that died from autoerotic asphyxiation? I'm not saying that's what Epstein was doing in his cell, but like,
You never know, I guess.
I mean, you never know.
Is that when people like?
So
Please
autoerotic
themselves.
asphyxiation is when you like tie a belt or a shirt or whatever you got, and you tie it to something so you can choke yourself while you're
Yeah, okay.
doing the deed, and it's supposed to be an added pleasure or whatever. But
People
that
like
guy
it.
from Kill Bill, the old guy from Kill Bill,
I
that's how
remember
he
hearing
died,
about this.
And if Epstein did kill himself, which probably didn't.
I mean, I guess you
killed
could
Bill.
you could make a whole nother argument for this because he already was a pedophile. So the likelihood of him like
Jerking off in prison.
always doing that is high, and then being into weird stuff, they already said it. So
Yeah.
you got a
Release
whole
the
nother
footage.
theory there. So what should we expect in 2028?
Oh, 2028?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell us
jeez.
you're America.
I was told
You're
I wasn't
American.
allowed to campaign. Well,
You're getting canceled, and your marriage is
it's gonna
getting
be a
canceled too.
yeah, she's gonna leave me. So, in a perfect world where I could be president without getting assassinated, there a few things would happen immediately. I wouldn't do all drugs because that scares a whole bunch of people away. But I think enough people could get with marijuana, cocaine, and prostitution. I think those big three.
big three.
should be legalized.
Hint the big three.
The big three.
Yeah.
So
Like
that's
LeBron,
the big
Bosh,
three.
and Wade, and Miami.
Yeah. It
Obviously.
ties into the next one though, because they say we have an overpopulation problem. I think we have an underpopulation problem.
We
But-
do. I think we
yeah.
reproduce it at 1.3 or
Well,
something like that.
the sperm count's getting low with all the
And that as well.
plastics,
But I
so-
think our current reproduction rate is like 1.3. That was like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was 1.3. So for every 2 people, they're creating 1.3 people. So,
right, it's going down.
Yeah.
But the marijuana, cocaine, prostitution ties into the next thing. One of the biggest things I think would be in my presidency is I would really, really like to come to an agreement with Mexico and just turn it into a bunch of states. Just go in there, wipe out the cartel. We already took their business with the marijuana, cocaine, and prostitution.
True.
Go in there, wipe them out if they're still rowdy. Bad hombres. But we could bring American infrastructure to not the company. Not the
Are you telling us that we're gonna make South America great again?
We're gonna make
Well, it would be
Mexico
central.
America.
It would be
Sorry,
central.
Central America. I apologize.
Yeah,
Well,
Central
it's still
America.
actually Mexico is North America
Right.
still.
And then the wall would be so much smaller. At the tip of Mexico.
It would. It's a smaller border.
Right,
Yeah,
right, it's
we've
a small
talked about
border.
this before.
Yeah. So I think those three things are very basic part of my presidency in 2028. Expansion of the states. Brings in a whole bunch of new revenue. Marijuana, prostitution, cocaine. Those all things should be legalized. The people that do them are unhinged. If we regulate it, they become more normalized.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you gonna beat Kanye West
I'm
for
gonna
the
sick,
presidency?
I'm gonna sick Pete Davidson on him.
You're gonna bring Skeet.
Yep,
You got Skeet on your
I got
side.
Skeet on my side.
Oh,
we're
gosh.
tattoo brothers.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
My mind is blown.
Yeah, Yeezy doesn't stand a chance.
Have you seen that video though, where he has the claymation where he murders Skeet in the music video?
I have not seen that.
He released for one of his songs. He made like the music video where it's just pretty much him like murdering Skeet.
Wow.
They're not.
That guy's so weird. He looks like the guy from the Adam Sandler movies with the big eyes.
Yes.
That's who he looks like.
So I asked one of my old jobs. There's a person who was there who looked like Pete Davidson, but it was like a high schooler age kid. So I called him Little Skeet. And then it turned this whole conversation with all the women that I worked with that like they all thought Pete Davidson was like the hottest guy, and I was like, really? Pete Davidson? I'm like I'm like Big Skeet.
It's a thing.
I was like Skeet. I'm like Skeet's a type. I'm like he just looks like he needs like more iron in his diet or something. Like the guy looks like he's not doing well.
Protein.
Yeah, like protein. I feel like he like has like
Protein
he's
and
got to have
hydration.
like. Have you seen those shows of like people who like crazy weird diets where it's like I've only eaten mac and cheese for the past 37 years.
Yep.
Like Skeet's
Ramen.
like one of those guys who looks like he's been like I've been eating Cheerios and sugar for like the past 14 years. Like I don't know. Like
He's a grown
missing
man that
something.
still eats cereal for breakfast.
Right.
Hey man, Honey Nut Cheerios are delicious.
Do you still eat cereal?
Not for breakfast, but I do have a box of Honey Nut Cheerios in my
I
house.
can't eat cereal. Eating cereal, I'll never be full. I'll eat the whole dang thing.
What cereal are you
Just
getting?
empty calories.
Any of it.
Oh man,
I mean,
love me some
maybe
Honey Nut
like there's
Cheerios.
some of the healthy ones can fill you up a little bit, but the regular ones, like it tastes good. But if I wanted to actually fill up on it, you have to eat the whole box. And then at that point, how many grams of sugar and everything else? you ain't going to diabetic shock.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm big on my Honey Nut Cheerios.
You're big on
Love Honey Nut Cheerios.
Well, what's your ideal breakfast there, Eddie?
How
I
do you like
hate
your
breakfast.
eggs?
Have you ever heard my
hate
breakfast theory?
No, go. I love
Oh, here's
breakfast.
another
You're
thing.
wrong. I guarantee.
Yeah.
No, man. I'm
on,
I'm part of your office when you run. I'm going to be a cabinet member of some sort, right?
Yeah, you're gonna be the
So
handle.
You're gonna be
here we go.
I was going to say you're going to be the guy locked in.
You ever think? I grew up and we always had to eat breakfast, and it's so greasy. A lot of times, greasy food, fattening food, just grease. And they say how you start your day is how you feel, and how the rest of your day will go. So my theory is the reason why we have world wars, the reason why we have calamity in the earth, is because everybody wakes up and they eat breakfast. So they eat a meal that's greasy, it sits in their stomach, and you just don't, that feeling that you get when you eat like a real greasy breakfast, you don't feel good? What happens when Vladimir Putin eats a breakfast like that? He goes, you know what? I'm mad. I'm invading Ukraine.
No,
so if
he
it
goes
wasn't
and
for
starts pooting
breakfast,
in the toilet.
Maybe,
blaming
but if it
Putin for
wasn't,
breakfast.
yes, if it wasn't for breakfast, we would have world peace. So we need to ban breakfast.
So you're telling me that when your belly has calamity, you decide to create calamity?
Yes, how you feel is how you act. You are what you eat.
Interesting. Interesting.
So
No, I
Pete
mean,
Davidson is just like cereal covered in sugar.
I mean, I do like a sausage, egg and cheese, or bacon, egg and cheese. Yeah.
Hey, bagel sandwiches are pretty
Don't tell.
Bagel
Fire.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pork roll, egg and cheese
Yeah.
on egg bagel.
That sounds nice.
Don't tell the Hebrew Israelites.
I like a nice ribeye with two farm raised eggs cracked over top, raw.
Yeah.
Delicious.
You look like somebody who eats raw eggs.
I did. So I think it was May. It was either May or April. I have a hard time remembering back that far. We did a for fun. I don't know if you guys are on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I don't feel good about it, but I'm on TikTok.
You're
Yes. I watch
14 years
TikToks.
old.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you do the dances?
No.
Can we please have you do a dance?
I-
Pull
I-
it up.
promise you, I
You
have
need to
no
do a dance
idea.
right now. You just need to
I
attempt
have
it. Just
no idea any of the dances.
Steve, I feel like if I just turned this mic and you jumped off this stool, you'd break out into a tic-tac dance.
Nah, I don't know what a tic tac is.
Tiki-tackies.
Tic
Is
tac
that
is that what people call it?
I call it tic-tac.
I don't know.
that's what the grandparents said. I'm trying to get on the tiki-taki. Miriam,
When my grandkids...
Miriam.
Miriam.
That's
Houston.
Louise is shaking her tuchus on the tiki-taki. Does your mother know this?
Good lord. But on TikTok, there's this guy. He was on a couple different podcasts. It's called Liver King.
Oh my God, yes.
I
The
think
other
I've
guy,
seen this.
Doctor. Do you know the other guy? Carnivore MD is what
Yes.
I know him as. But we for fun we tried the Carnivore Diet, where it's just like
Who's we? You and your wife?
me and my wife.
Okay.
She didn't really enjoy it. I actually really enjoyed it. It was just very hard to maintain. The
What is
meals.
this? What do you eat?
So this Carnivore Diet is like preferred raw meat and organs, and then fruit and like unprocessed dairy, non-processed cheese. So like one of my breakfasts was a diced up fillet, and I put a raw egg yolk in there because the egg yolk's fine to eat raw, but the whites aren't. So I had a raw egg yolk with raw fillet chopped up, and it was pretty good.
So what organs are you eating? Is this
Mostly liver. Mostly
That's why he's the liver king, baby.
raw liver though?
With
What
this
does it
liver
taste
queen.
like? What does raw liver taste like?
It's an indescribable taste. So the texture is easier to describe. The texture is like, it's like a hearty Sour Patch Kid. Like you bite it and it's like meaty,
Wait.
but then immediately it turns to like juicy. Like
Sorry, but what the fuck is a hearty Sour Patch Kid?
liver.
It's the Sour Patch Kid, like the
I
fat
don't see how
Sour
that
Patch
like.
Kid.
I don't see.
Fucking Sour Patch Kid.
Like, what do you
Sour
think when you
Patch
say
Kid.
hearty? When you say hearty, I think of like roast beef or something
I-
like
I
that.
think of like
But a roast beef, think of roast beef and think of a Sour Patch Kid, and it's like
telling
something
you.
like that. Like,
Somebody knows it makes sense. Okay.
There's that one guy out there like Liver King's
So it's
watching this like
sweet?
Yeah. I
together,
approve,
brother.
so it's like sweet or sour.
No. It's
First they're sour, then they're sweet.
I wish.
I don't think he was talking about the sour, the sweet. Thank God.
No, so it tastes it has a hint of iron, but it's not very irony. It's not like eating blood, but it has a hint of iron, but it's also it's not sour, but it's got a funk to it. A lot of people don't like it. I'm not huge on it. Like I would take maybe like 6 or 7 chunks to work with me, and I eat a little toothpick. I tried to do one of the things they recommend is like covered in maple syrup, and I tried that, and it just made it worse because it was like trying to hide something.
Yeah.
So I went back to eating it just normal. But I'll tell you what, my stomach never felt better. I was.
So what
You're
benefits
a
does it
primal?
give you?
Dude, I'm all.
He's a
for it.
Viking.
If it was easier to maintain, I would do it.
So the Liver King calls like his fan group. He's like, "Hello, Primals." Like, I can't do his voice,
yeah.
but he calls his like fans the Primals. Like
Dude,
Primals.
he's sick.
Okay.
He's sick.
He's this. Have you ever seen him? He's like this
No.
just
I've heard
gigantic
something
yoked
about-
dude with like this big old beard.
Yeah.
And he like has like videos of him just like sitting there eating like
So what-
giant things of like meat.
Where do you get liver? Like where?
So there's a.
I mean, I know that you can get it, but like, where do you?
I like going to the local butcher. There's a place up my way. It's called Bowman's Butcher Shop.
Yeah, I know where Bowman's is.
Yeah. So I still think I have like maybe 3 or 4 livers in my chest freezer, and you can either go online or go there and order it, and then they'll take whatever cow from wherever they get it from, and they'll chop it up and serve it to you.
Gotcha.
So I would
Is it
get-
expensive to buy liver?
No, it's actually really cheap.
Because I remember my grandmother would cook liver, but I feel like that was like our grandparents' age, and then
Well, because
nobody our age really
There was a
eats.
whole like wasn't there a whole episode of, like Doug when we were kids where they were talking about like liver and onions?
Yeah.
There's a whole.
Oh,
like,
yeah. I
whole Doug
remember that.
episodes, yeah.
How does everybody remember this
Because
episode?
I feel like the
Memory
way
unlocked.
they like
Yeah.
animated it made it look so gross.
like
but then your
liver and
parents would
onions.
serve it to you and you'd be like, "Oh, this ain't half bad."
Yeah.
I
but then
remember
when you thought
eating
about the
it
episode
and
of
thinking
Doug, it
that
was
it
like-
wasn't so bad, but when I thought about the fact that it was a liver,
Yeah.
it was good. But then I never thought I'd meet a man.
Oh, you can eat me any day, baby.
meet a man that eats it
It's
raw.
one size, one bite. No, I mean the meat was good. I like raw beef. Like I would have a ribeye or fillet, and it still tastes good. It's like sashimi.
Oh,
it's
I love
it's
sashimi.
like it's the same.
But that's
I love anything
fish.
sushi. I love
yeah, but
anything
it's
fish.
it's the same premise. Like everybody's all freaking out about raw meat. Oh, it's got blood.
Have you seen people eat raw chicken?
Yes. Yeah.
Have you done it?
No, but I wanted to.
I have no
because-
desire to eat raw chicken.
I don't either.
I love
I'm
sushi.
definitely against raw chicken.
So the salmonella thing, apparently it comes from the preservatives. It's like you can eat raw chicken as long as it's clean. Like if you know a guy that has chickens and you go over and you fucking kill one and then you take it home and
Me?
depluck it and eat its leg, you should be fine.
Okay,
Should be fine.
but again, I don't know, man.
I just like the way it tastes when it's cooked.
I
and
like
seasoned.
cooked chicken. Yeah.
Well, they say like you don't really lose a whole lot of nutrient or nutritional value when you cook it. So it's not the worst thing to cook it, but it's
But you're just not a primal then.
Well, yeah, you're not a primal.
So does this guy eat
It's
raw
not
chicken
worth
too?
it.
I haven't seen him eat raw chicken.
I don't know if he's raw
but
chicken.
he's like testicle, heart.
No,
Liver.
he's like eating the whole
I've
animal.
seen him take 30 shots of blood like blood in shot glasses. It's wild.
He's a primal.
It's wild.
I keep just using the word primal.
Yeah,
So
it's
the
weird.
idea is it's what the ancestors sought after, like when they went
The
hunting.
ancestors.
Yeah, our ancestors. Well, unless whatever you believe, but like
The ancestors.
so he went to different tribes in Africa and Inuits and stuff, and they revere the organs more than the meat. Like in America, we love a ribeye because it's all fatty and delicious, but they like the organs because they're more nutrient dense and they know that they're healthier. So they toss the ribeyes and stuff to the animals, and they'll take the organs. So it's
Where's this?
like Inuits. So like
Okay.
northern Canada.
Yeah, I was gonna say Inuits is like in Alaska area. Right?
Yeah.
But you said Africa and then you said Inuits. I was like,
I think it's the
somewhere.
Like those people.
But yeah, no, the idea is like you eat stuff that is supposed to be eaten according to our biology. Like vegetables. I couldn't have any vegetables
yeah.
because plants have defense chemicals, apparently. So the idea is that anything that drops a fruit with seeds wants to be eaten and dispersed later. So it has the nutrients to make the animals want to eat it. You don't see a whole lot of animals with our kind of digestion eating roots and stuff like we do, like carrots and shit.
Gotcha.
So it was a fun little experiment. I swear I felt good. I don't know if it was placebo, but I felt better on the inside.
I mean, I understand. Yeah. I mean, I feel good when I eat a good steak, so I guess that's where I can relate.
You can make yourself a good steak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about I don't know about just like
Yeah.
eating a liver and all, but
It's
I would definitely try liver again though, but I wouldn't eat it raw. I'd have to cook it.
yeah.
raw.
How do you cook liver? How do people
I don't
fry
know.
it? What do
I've seen
people
it
do?
pan fried mostly.
I've seen pan
Yeah.
fried.
I know my grandmother
my grandmother
cooked
used
it,
to
but
bake it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Everybody's grandmother made it, but nobody's like
My mom made it.
Oh, really? Does she
Yeah.
still?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No. It's supposed to be really good for you, man. Like they kept saying it's like the most nutrient dense food you can find.
So do you get a lot of like does your wife cook like traditional foods or
Like hot dogs and hamburgers?
not American?
We had hot dog
So-
cut up in beans last night.
No, so my wife, she's from her mother and her father, they're from Sri Lanka. She was pretty much raised in she's born and raised in Towson, Lutherville.
Okay.
So traditional food for her is
Hot
like
dog and hamburgers.
hot dog and hamburgers.
So your parents don't cook any of those?
No, her mother cooks a lot of good like Sri Lankan food. Biryani is something I like. I think it's like I'm gonna ruin this, and I'm gonna have a whole bunch of Sri Lankans hating me, but I'm pretty sure biryani is a type of rice dish with some vegetables and stuff. But yeah, she makes a lot of good food. Some stuff with like eggplant, and she makes these cutlets that are just like little deep fried fish balls. Really good.
Okay.
Really
I'm
good.
down for deep fried fish balls.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very good.
Do you like fish sticks?
I'm calling Conway.
We got Skeet. He's not coming here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Skeet's got our back.
gosh.
Put them up against each other. Distract them for
Do like the
20.
fighting game.
Yeah.
Choose your character.
I'd be more concerned about going against The Rock. Like everybody loves The
That's
Rock,
true.
so
Yeah.
he would have the popular.
And now he can
already.
sing too. Like, but you could dance.
Gross, right? Oh, I can cut a rug.
Yeah, twerking like
Razor
Miley.
Rise of Blind. But yeah.
So we got to do it. Remember our cheese idea?
Oh yes, I was gonna do that on the way here today, but
I
didn't know.
was expecting it.
So we were talking. Me and Eddie after last podcast went on and got something to eat, and we're in line, and Eddie's like ordering his food. You know Eddie ordering food anywhere. Eddie takes so fucking long. Sorry, cursing. To order anything, it takes him so long. What? And then because he also orders for himself and his girlfriend. He's like reading the phone, like talking to them. Then he like going back and forth. Well, he went, "Can I have more cheese?" And this woman like.
She put cheese on half of my taco.
She messed up the game.
I'm like, I didn't ask for a half cheese. What
She
is
put like
this?
cheese on half the tacos. So he's like, "Oh, can I have some more cheese?" And she was like, and then his girlfriend wanted like extra corn on it, and this woman like gave her like 4 scoops of corn. She had like a burrito bowl full like, and like the
She didn't
tortilla and everything,
complain.
but they put so much corn in it, and we're like, what if we just sat there one day? We're just like, no, can I have some cheese? Oh, can I have some more cheese?
Yeah.
I really would like some more cheese, and just
Yeah.
sit there and just keep asking for cheese.
Yeah.
And
With
see
a
how
dead
long
look
they'll
on your
give it
face.
to you. Yeah. And
More
like,
cheese. More cheese.
Anything else? More cheese.
where's the cheese? But and then we start talking.
and then you gotta like take it out after they give you enough, and have your girlfriend in the car, your wife in the car, and have her like come back in and be like, I told him to get more cheese.
I asked for cheese. No, but that was, and he went the whole thing about how like now you can order like your food on your phone, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at like the McDonald's menu, you could order a cheeseburger and you can take all the stuff off.
Sure.
So we're like, what if we took everything off except for the slice of cheese? Like you can order it without the patty now. So literally, we could pay like $2 and just order a slice of cheese wrapped in a McDonald's wrapper. And if I wasn't so busy today, I was gonna stop McDonald's and just order a slices of cheese each.
Jeez.
And just walk in and be like, hey, you got us burgers, and just show it and have a slice of cheese in the bag.
Isn't freedom great? Isn't
That's the
best
American
country?
dream.
That's the American dream.
Go through
We're
a
so
drive-through
spoiled.
and get 3 slices of cheese for $6.
Is a double cheeseburger $2?
American.
Though?
Yeah,
We-
that's
I
what
like-
I fought for in Normandy.
I feel like they're a lot higher than that.
That's why we gave our lives. That's why these good men gave their lives.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know you could do that.
You can.
Yeah.
We were looking. We had like had the McDonald's app up because we're like, how deep can you go with this?
Yeah.
And then
How
you could also
deep down
add
the
things.
So could you add like a stack? You just order a stack
That's what
of cheese.
that's what I want to try to do next.
Oh.
I want to come
Yeah,
in here
extra cheese.
with Eddie and give him a
No
cheeseburger
bread.
with no patty, 2 buns, and then just like a stack of cheese,
Oh my
and
goodness.
just make him sit here and eat it.
So what would you
ketchup.
what would you call that sandwich?
Not grilled cheese.
Oh, nice. Not grilled cheese. I like it. I don't think anybody would survive one.
No.
But it sounds
Well, no,
nice.
Eddie's gonna eat it.
Oh, really?
If I bring it here, Eddie's got to eat it.
It's just cheese.
Yeah, but it's like that American cheese. It's not real.
It's it's like
I don't know if I eat
plastic,
that.
like really
yeah, I
like
don't know
wax.
if I eat that.
It's just a yellow candle
Yeah,
or
it's just-
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the Yankee candles they didn't sell.
Right. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
dyed yellow.
That's the American way.
Oh, man.
That's why those guys died. All of them that
right.
gave their lives.
Land of the free, home of the Whopper.
On the water.
That's probably copyright from Family Guy. Bastards. Careful.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Family Guy's great.
Yeah. So you don't like breakfast, huh?
No breakfast for me.
You,
I mean, I
do you
mean,
like eggs?
How many meals
Scrambled.
do you eat a day?
Okay.
How do
2 to 3.
2 to 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Are they mostly later in the day?
You know, I'll eat them earlier, but I'll eat lunch for breakfast. You know what I mean?
So you're
Lunch
just like,
for breakfast.
I'll eat
Just,
something
like,
that would be for
eat lunch
lunch,
food?
but for
So like an ice
breakfast.
cream sundae?
that's
In Roly Polioli's case,
Hell yeah,
yep.
baby. Hell yeah.
You know, can we talk about how
Hell
I?
yeah. Get some of that fucking recall Jif on my ice cream. You know, slather it down my throat. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good to
gosh.
go. I'm good for the next 10 hours. Mm. You ever done peanut butter on your ice cream?
no.
Holy fuck.
Does it change your life? Does it make me want to be like a
Have
more
you
respectable
seen-
man?
Oh,
Have you seen that they put Old Bay on ice cream now? Have you
in
had it?
Maryland only. Yeah.
Is that like is it good?
It's a thing.
haven't
If you
tried
go to
it.
Yeah.
Sweet Frog, they have one of the toppings is
yeah, they have
is
Old Bay
Old Bay.
there. I've seen it there, but I've been
Yeah.
like, maybe they have maybe they serve fries or something in the back. Like maybe
What
some
do you
employee
think they just
left
have
it
a? You think they just have a random like?
there. dude. I just
fryer
I just
at-
didn't want to agree with it. I just didn't want to believe it. Okay. Don't
They
question
still
me.
have slices of cheese at Sweet Frog.
They might. You know.
You know?
You have any cheese? I want cheese on
How
my
many
ice cream.
hamburger buns and slice of cheese you got?
Yeah.
And Old Bay.
You know,
Sir,
I
this
see
is
all these
frozen
toppings.
custard.
I see all these toppings, but I want cheese.
I want cheese. Because I'm American.
That's my right.
That's my right. Oh, man. So, no, do you like ice cream? Do you like?
Yeah, the ice cream school.
Yeah.
Should we just start questioning Eddie about what he eats? Eddie, what's your feeling on celery?
I like celery.
With peanut butter or
Yeah,
blue cheese?
celery is pretty good. I like both.
Yeah?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So he eats peanut
I'm
butter, blue
versatile.
cheese, and celery. That's it. And
I'm
cheese.
versatile.
So far, that's
Just
it.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Milk
he did
steak,
get a taco the
milk
other day.
steak, and
jelly
Milk?
beans?
jelly beans.
How do you like your
steak?
jelly beans?
Yep. How do I like my jelly beans? Raw.
Okay.
Raw.
Raw jelly beans.
Oh, wait. I did have to ask. Did you guys see the new season of It's Always Sunny?
Oh, no.
The
Well,
one
I
with
might
the
have
when
seen
they
it.
went to Ireland, right?
Not, that one.
Is there a new one?
No,
There's
that's
a
the
new
newest
one?
season.
Yeah.
Saw that.
But the one before that, did you see the election episode?
No.
Oh, where they messed up. There's a whole episode.
Oh yeah, where they contributed to
They
everything.
contributed to everything that went
Yeah.
wrong with the last election.
Oh yeah,
really?
it was the first episode of the season.
Yeah, it's the first episode of the season. Oh, it's so funny because like they make you think the whole time like they're gonna vote for Trump, and then at the end and the guy who's like auditing is like, sorry that Trump didn't win. They're like, we weren't voting for Trump, we were voting for Kanye, and it shows them at like the presidential rally wearing like Kanye 2020.
Oh, my
shirts.
goodness. Oh,
And they're
my
like,
goodness.
what? It's so funny. And then, like, the reason, like, all of this stuff happened, like, the voting mess up in Philadelphia, in, like, Pennsylvania and Philadelphia.
Yeah.
What did Dee and Charlie do? Frank put the grease in that guy's hair that, like, messed
They
up.
had a business that
Weren't they, like, selling masks to start?
no, they were selling costumes and they sold the QAnon shamans
Yes.
stuff.
Goodness.
And you were there, right?
Yeah. No, I was not there.
You were there.
I was not there.
You were there.
I was probably working.
Yeah.
I live at work.
He has an alibi.
That's right. I have
was
an
there.
alibi.
That sounds like a really convincing alibi. I live at work.
Yeah, I live at
While he
have
owns a
mailbox.
house and has a wife.
They have a mailbox for me at work.
Like, Dev. They ripped off the back key.
Yeah. Steven. You ever seen that dog meme? It's like the dog with no lower jaw. It's like Steven. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Yeah.
So Steve, when you making your return?
Fighting?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'll
Make a
wrestle
return.
around naked with you guys if you want, but
That's what he calls a passion project.
hey man, it's my month. Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't have time to fight anymore.
What, you know, I'm amosexual.
Amosexual?
You've seen that? They call people amosexual.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, the media or whatever, they call people that like guns amosexual.
Really?
Like ammunition sexual.
Really?
So yeah, I guess I'm amosexual. I don't
Never,
know.
That's a
I've
weird
never
one.
sat on
I'm like-
ammunition.
Yeah, I mean, you're not
well,
sitting on
not
it, but like
purposely.
you're. I guess it like you know.
Did
you
you-
know? I mean, you know, having like when you get like 1,000 rounds or something like that, it does. You do get a little bit of
thrill.
feelings. You know what I mean? Like you feel a little
my
warm.
wallet feels a little light.
Your wallet feels light, but you're like, yeah, you know, I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready for an attack of boars or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I like ammunition as much as the next guy, but I've never, graced my pole for it.
It definitely when you
Yeah, that's a weird statement.
buying the ammo is the responsible thing to do,
Yeah.
but it feels a lot better to buy another gun.
Yeah. Guns are fun, man. Guns are a lot of fun, and they're a lot more simple than I thought growing up. Like, I thought it was like one of those fine Timex watches that has all these intricate parts and stuff, and then you see what's on the inside, and you're like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
It's simple, but I mean, it's changed the world.
Eric's afraid of guns.
I'm not afraid of guns. I just don't own any.
They don't
Doesn't
yell
know
at you.
I'm just a poor man.
Everybody
You're a poor
breaking
man?
Eric's
Yeah.
house.
You look so rich.
I know, right?
Oh,
I dress with class.
yeah. You tricked
We
me.
should
So I
take-
trick people.
We should take Eric shooting.
Yeah.
He'd
do
run away from the AR. He'd be like, he's
have-
gonna kill me.
Do you have any interest in the guns? Like,
Yeah,
do you,
I'd go shooting.
What do you
yeah?
want?
What do you want? Because between Eddie and I, we probably have.
Don't
something for
say
you to
my
shoot.
stuff. Don't,
I'm not
don't
gonna.
reveal my business.
Jeez,
Don't
sensitive
reveal my
Sally
business.
over here.
Don't reveal my business.
Left.
Lefty opposite. Lefty with guns.
That'd be scary.
Yeah.
That'd be
Well, I
really
mean, some of them
scary.
do.
Could you
like,
imagine Seattle all armed up?
well, some of them do. Remember the
my
guy got shot in the head. The other
Wasn't there a
guy.
shooting in D.C. like at a
No,
Pride
with a-
event this weekend or something. Like
I don't know, but the one guy got shot in the head, and then the police tracked him down, and he had to shoot out with the police and got killed.
Jeez.
Yeah. And he said, "Oh, I was protecting." The guy was a Trump supporter or something. I was like, "I was protecting my friends of color" or something like that. I was like, the guy was walking down the street, so you shot him in the head. Like that was he literally like. There's a video of it. He walks up behind him and shoots him in the head. So
Yeah, we don't have a gun problem. We have a stupid people problem.
exactly.
The education system, was developed in what the fucking 1800s and never changed. Who was it? Rockefeller, the dude. That whole conspiracy that he designed it for.
To get people in the factories and
Exactly.
all.
Yeah,
I've heard that. I have some books on my read list to where you can get back with me about this.
We'll circle back on that.
Yeah, we can circle back. Circle back.
circle
Jen
circle back,
Psaki.
circle back.
Jen Psaki.
Next episode.
yeah.
Next episode. Steve.
We'll circle back to that.
Next episode.
But yeah, I mean, what would you like to shoot, Eric?
Honestly, I'd like to shoot like a little bit of everything. A little handgun, a little shotgun, a little automatic,
So
Automatic,
semi-automatic, whatever.
semi-automatic.
I have a fun little shotgun that you probably really enjoy.
That's fun.
It's called a bullpup.
Ooh, I like the name.
Yeah. So it's everything that you would want. It's like compact, tactical, and it's a semi-automatic shotgun. So it's boom, 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 boom. It's a lot of fun to shoot. Yeah, I'll let you tear it up at the range.
There we go.
Cool.
We should go to the range soon.
Yeah.
You want to go? You want to
No,
join?
no. We should go to the range one day, but also we should go play
Recruiting.
disc golf one day.
Disc golf.
This
My
guy wants to
new
play disc
hobby.
golf.
Dude, I don't know if my wrist can.
Have you played it yet?
Yes, I played 18 holes one day.
How's it going?
I've been loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been loving it.
It's an excuse for me to be outside and like do something outside because
Yeah.
it's either I'm like at my house
Right.
or at the gym.
Yeah.
I've never played it. I've been told for like 10 years that I was good at it. Maybe it's my calling that I just haven't.
But
And
you've
he
never
secretly has
played
been
it
a
and
disc
people
golf
say you're good
pro.
at it?
No, people say I'd like
They
it
just
or
look
be
at you
good
and
at
like,
it.
you're a good disc golfer.
I
You
mean,
can throw a frisbee, can't you?
I don't
You
even
had
think
to have done something.
I don't think that I could throw a
Throw it
frisbee
away
that
your
way.
trash and they're like, oh!
He's like throwing a paper plate in the trash.
He's
can,
a
like,
natural.
Whoa! He's the
falling
falling
back.
back disc golf.
a Rocky movie, but it's about disc golf.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
feel
dun,
like if
dun,
you
dun,
tried
dun,
hard
dun.
enough, you could be the John Daly of disc golf.
That's
like
what I'm
just
trying.
show up drunk and hungover.
I mean,
smoke.
how many? Like, I guess it's pretty prominent. So, who is the best? I just don't see how you can like get into that. But people are into it. There's a guy that I train with that apparently isn't training jiu-jitsu because he's playing disc golf.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like I just go out like randomly. I'll pick like a Saturday and like find a place to go out in the afternoon and just go play,
Yeah.
just chill.
Yeah, you just play with yourself out in the park.
I like SWAT dived into that one.
Thank you.
it's
I
fun.
appreciate that. Yeah.
I've been having a good time with it,
Cool.
and like I bought my disc for like $30.
Yeah. Wait.
And now I just go play
$30 for a frisbee?
No, I got like multiples.
Oh,
It was like
okay.
a set.
There's like different.
Yeah, there's like
different
putters,
things.
that bigger
drivers, like
tennis
mids.
balls.
Gotcha.
You get
Yeah.
several in a pack. Okay.
So, Steve,
yeah.
we need to hear an OG story. You've been in the fight game for a long time, man. Except for you quit, but you've been in the fight game for a long time.
Yeah, it was on and off
But
for
you
a
left.
while. You know, it was
Yeah.
on and off.
What is the craziest thing that you ever saw?
Craziest thing? Probably your promo.
Everybody, we can't always be talking about these promos.
No.
Dude,
One of the moments that stood out in my mind was the very first day I went to the gym back when it was on the proving grounds.
Yeah.
I remember being, this sprite young 16-year-old lad.
oh, I was about to say lad too.
Yeah. So I walk in and what's his name? You remember Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
His bully.
yeah,
Jesse's coming for you.
He bullied me so much when I first started.
So you'll love this story then. So I walked in with my buddy James because I was too nervous to go in there by myself. I was 16. I'm going to an MMA gym. I'm expecting people to kill me. So I walk in, and it's just Jesse and Ron, and they are sparring. So Jesse, I guess had a fight coming up or something, and me and my buddy James, like we walk in and we wave, and they don't wave. Of course, they're sparring, but I go sit down on a chair that's on the side of the mat. And I'm watching. I'm like, man, this is so cool. I'm so nervous and this and that. And then Ron, I kept seeing Ron like look over at me, and he's the owner, so he's got a responsibility to talk to people. And he's like, all right. So he throws up a liver kick, drops Jesse. Jesse starts wheezing. He's he's just dying. And Ron comes over to me. He's like, hey guys, how you doing? I'm like, take my money. Do that to me.
He was like, he started boxing like this.
Yeah. I was so entranced by like the violence. I was like, this is the place.
This is
that I wanna
awesome.
go to.
I just want my liver kicked now.
Yeah, dude. I wanted to feel that because I'm like, man, that looks like it hurts. I think I could take that.
Yeah.
But I don't think he ever got me with a liver shot. I mean, he could have at any moment he wanted to, but I don't think
He's
he
gonna
ever...
be like, he's gonna see this, and he's gonna be like, I'm coming for you.
yeah.
just
He's like, hey Steve, why don't you come by the gym? We'll talk.
No, you just walk out your door one day to go to work. You got like your lunchbox. You
He's
just stand there.
Bam.
You're like, what's wrong, sir?
with his camo shorts. Yeah. No, but that was a good memory I had of the gym. Another one was, do you remember Mike?
Which one?
Muay Thai Mike.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
Are we allowed to say last names?
I don't know.
I mean, it
We know who
depends
he
on
is.
what you're gonna say.
Figure out who he is.
Mike,
No.
you're gonna see this.
Well, no, this was completely my fault, but it doesn't paint him in a bad light. But I think one of the other guys that was training at the time blamed him, but it was completely my fault. Still 16. You know, I lied to my mom what it was, so she signed the contract.
What did you tell your mom that you were signing up for?
I want to say it was like some
Figure skating.
Yeah, figure skating.
Never, but really, what?
No, I want to say it was like some fitness thing. I think I told her it was like wrestling or something like that.
It wasn't so much of a lie, I guess.
Right? Yeah.
Wrestling, but you know, I did
Just
see
jujitsu
some.
and Muay Thai. There was no wrestling at all back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was
gonna
no
say-
wrestling class.
Partial lie.
Yeah, partial lie. But no, so it was one of those days where it was just Mike and I in the gym, and I was really eager to spar, but because I was under 16, I couldn't. They had a rule back then: if you were under 16, you couldn't spar. But he finally, with me pestering him, he's like, "Okay, let's spar." And you know, I'm dumb. I'm 16, completely unprepared. I don't have a mouthpiece, but you know that didn't even cross my mind. So like 2 seconds in, throws a jab, pops me. My bottom teeth get chipped. I'm like, oh, hold on. I'm picking up pieces off putting them back in my mouth like they're going to stick back in or something. But I went back home and I was like, hey, man. She said, why are you talking like that? I was like, no reason. And she's like, oh, let me see. And she like pulls down my lip. And she's like, what the hell? Like she starts freaking out. Mm-hmm. So I went to the dentist, got them all grinded down and shit. And it was...
Grinded down, so they took it off.
Yeah, so they tried... Well, actually, that wasn't the they didn't grind it down that time. So they tried to fill it, and then the filling came out, like, really super easy. So they're like, we just gotta grind it. So they grind it down.
Did that hurt?
No, because there's no nerve endings on your teeth. It smells bad to have, like, grounding.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Like,
It's horrible.
it gives me the feeling of, like, nails on the chalkboard.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not so much painful as it
Grinding.
is uncomfortable and awkward.
Yeah.
But that was another story. That was a good one. I
Now-
like that.
What was the time you got hit the hardest? Where you just remember, like,
Hit the
you
hardest.
thought your soul was going to leave
I'll
your
tell you
body,
what.
but you're still awake?
You hit me with one of the hardest punches that I ever had, sparring with you, because I think you just leaned into a right.
I would have expected it to be Will. Because remember the one time...
hits hard.
Remember the one time Will
is-
knocked out, like,
Will,
3-4
is
people?
one of, I have, like, 2, and Will is one of them.
Damn.
Because, now I'll let you finish your story, but I got a good story. Will
Yeah.
blasted me one day.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Will changed the way I, like, thought about life for a few minutes.
Oh, my
He hit
goodness.
me so hard.
That guy was Johnny
let-
Hendricks.
Let him
freakish
talk
strong,
me
yeah,
up,
yeah.
okay? Let him talk me up
All
real
right,
quick.
talk.
Yeah, no,
about
I
him.
remember specifically one time you threw just a right cross, and I think you were just leaning into it. I think you might have been bum rushing me. Like
That's what I did.
You bull rush.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You're
Rhino.
the rhino.
Yeah, I charged.
But yeah, you charged and you hit me with a straight right, and it went right through whatever I was putting up, and that rocked me pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the other time is Jesse. Jesse, he's the only person that knocked me out. He hit me with
When you were 14.
No.
He's like, welcome to the gym.
He was 8.
Yeah, right.
He was fourth grade graduation.
And then he took my Halloween candy. I was so pissed. No. He knocked me out when I was in my early 20s. So it was completely fair. You know, I think that same sparring match we butted heads, and I gave him a cut on his forehead. So I kind of deserved the kick to the chin. But that was pretty bad. So Will sent you into fucking.
I think it was one
upside
day
down?
when me and Eddie and Will were sparring. It was just us 3 in the gym, and me and Will were both like being very tentative that round. We were both trying to play defense, and I threw a leg kick and then switched my other leg and flicked up to his head, kicked him in the head.
Yeah.
And I reset, and I heard the timer used to go off for 10 seconds. Be like,
Yeah.
so then I threw a jab and then did the same kick again. Will caught it and just right down the pipe, straight down my face. Like, the round ended with Will punching me in the face, and I, like, just flew back and, like, stumbled because Will hit
Well,
me.
there was one time.
And, like, I could feel my jaw,
Yeah.
like, my jaw go into my, like back. 'Cause
it was
Will hit me,
it was that
just-
fight night moment where you hear, like, the crack.
Right, yeah.
It was literally that, and Will just caught my kick. He saw it coming from a mile away, too. 'Cause
Yeah.
same exact setup I did on 2 seconds before that. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's his on. I'm throwing something.
Yeah.
So I threw it, and then I actually his hands. I'm like, and then my second time ever sparring, my first time was like, it was me, other Steve, and James.
Yeah.
And I was allowed to wrestle.
Oh.
Coach was like, we're going
We'll
to
make
do
it fair.
boxing sparring,
Yeah.
and Eric can wrestle. And I was
Yeah.
like, yes. So at the end of that round, like, I just remember that day, at the ending, I was just bleeding in my face. I'm like on James's legs against the cage, trying to get him to the ground.
Yeah.
And James is just like wailing on me.
Yeah.
Next time I went to spar, I sparred with Jesse. And I hit him with like 2 or 3 leg kicks.
Yeah.
And like was throwing out jabs, and then he hit me with a cross and then stepped in and hit like a spinning side kick. Right to my solar plexus. And then I was like, okay, I'm like, that's fine. I'm still here. I'm like, I'm hurting though. And then right to my head. And I literally don't remember anything. Just hit my knees, stood up, and just backpedaled as fast as I can to the wall.
Damn.
Like, natural reaction was like,
reactions,
gone.
Yeah.
And I ran into the bags, and he was like, I'm like,
He's coming for you.
dude, he bullied. When I first started training, Jesse bullied me so.
Yeah.
Like Jesse was the guy who just beat me up all the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he was like intentionally doing it, I don't think, but he just like.
Well, that was the environment.
What was it the time that that Rob's gloves got bloody?
That was that same day. So it was Mark's first day sparring, and
Was it Mark or was it Will?
Mark was bleeding.
Okay.
It was Will or Mark had like a little bloody nose, like just like one of those.
I thought it was Will.
It might have been Will. It was one of their first day sparring. Like we were all sparring, and then we were catching them with jabs, catching them like hitting each other. So we got like a little trickle in his nose.
Yeah.
Rob bought brand new white nice boxing gloves. You know, like when you finally spend like the $90 on boxing gloves instead of the $50 ones, and he was like feeling himself. You know what I mean?
He doesn't even know nothing about the 14. He had them Fisher Price ones for the longest time.
Fisher
little
Price,
ones
my
like
first boxing gloves.
Yeah.
But he just got himself like the nice pair, and he sparred Will, but he cracked Will hard that day, and it was his first day sparring. Like,
Who? Jesse?
Rob.
Oh, Rob.
Rob like hit Will hard.
Rob was good.
And then there was like blood all over his gloves, and he got mad at everyone. He was like yelling at us. He was not happy with us, and we're like, I'll sit there. I'm
What
like,
do you want to do?
I'm like, I don't even think it was me, but also, I'm not the one who was wailing on him.
Yeah. That was always hard for me, was hitting people. Like, I could never go hard on sparring. Like,
I feel like I always got complained about. Like when we sparred, remember the one guy who used to just complain every day about my gloves?
Who?
It was like the guy with all the
Call him out.
tattoos,
Call him
bald head. I don't remember his
Call him
name.
out.
I don't
I
really
don't
know.
remember a
his
guy with tattoos and a bald head.
name. He sparred with us for a while.
White guy, black guy?
White guy.
A white guy with a bald head.
I'm not sure.
He had like money signs and stuff in his tattoo and stuff.
Oh.
That guy?
I think I know who
He
you're
used to
talking about.
complain
Who are you
about me
talking
all the
about?
time.
He wasn't there long.
He wasn't there long. It wasn't that
Yeah.
long of a time, but that guy, anytime I did anything with him,
Yeah.
he would just complain the whole time.
Well, some
He'd be
people
like-
can't accept,
I know, but it was.
Yeah.
I was like, so like he complained about the size of my gloves. I went in the back, got the biggest boxing gloves back there, put them on.
I remember
Then-
this being a thing, but I can't remember.
There was
Like,
this-
it's just
this
a
one
blank
guy
on who
that-
I thought.
There
Who
was
this
just
is.
this, he was not there for a long
taller than
time.
me. He was relatively skinny. I mean,
he was in shape
he's
guy.
in good shape, but
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and he like anytime he worked with me, he just complained the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well, you
like,
hit harder.
He's gonna watch this.
that's what he would say. He'd be like, he's like, stop hitting so hard. I'd be like, I'm not swinging that hard.
Yeah.
And he's like, your gloves are too small. I'd be like, so I went in the back, got different gloves. I got the biggest gloves back
I
there.
got 24-ounce gloves.
See, that's the thing
What
I
do you
never-
want?
But that's why for a while I had 20-ounce gloves. Like for a while I was training every day with 20-ounce boxing gloves on.
Yeah.
Because I was tired of people complaining about it, so I bought bigger gloves.
Yeah. I think
And then
I had 18s.
yeah.
Yeah.
You had 12s.
I had 12s when we were doing Muay Thai, but I would use 18s for
There was a pair of, like,
boxing and sparring.
bigger ones in the back that a lot of people would use.
Yeah.
But
No.
that guy drove me insane because I'm like, dude, I'm like, ugh. And not to the point where I just started avoiding him. Like if we were sparring or if we were like grappling, I would just not grab him.
Yeah.
Unless someone called me out that I was avoiding him. And I'd be like, okay, fine. And then go to him.
All right, I'll go hurt him. You know. What about you? What's
Yeah, who hit you so hard that like you just remember it?
You know who gave me my first concussion was actually Mike. Mike gave me my first concussion, so I remember he went to kick me in the head. I don't even know if he connected, but it was like the shock, like the shock, and I just remember it like put me into a primitive state because I took him down and I ground and pounded him. I would have like won the round. I like was on top, and I remember Ron was like, "Oh, that was great, that was great," and I was just like, "I don't know where the hell I am."
Yeah.
But it was that was one of the hardest. I mean, I've had a couple concussions in my day, but Will hit hard. I mean, I was always the smallest guy, so everybody kind of hit hard, you know.
I just feel like sometimes you get hit and you're like, oh, you remember that time. Like,
do you guys have a thought? Whenever I get hit, like my brain will go back to a random thought and it'll do the same thought, and then I would realize that I was I mean, everybody's brain works different. I would realize that I was rocked because I would think on this random thing. Did you guys grow up with?
Do you remember what this thing was?
I do.
Was it like you get hit and it's like potato salad? Like
It's something similar. It's actually similar.
Wait, no, you gotta tell us.
Do you
now.
remember
Jeez.
you remember Highs? You know, like Highs.
the gas station.
Remember the subs that they used to have?
No.
They used to have subs, and they had like a superhero that like was like their theme thing for the subs. And for some, and he like had
like
a
high man or something.
I don't know, Highs Man or something. I don't know. We'd have to look it up. But there was some. I believe it was Highs. They had subs at Highs at one point in time, and they had a
straight in a hero mode.
they had a superhero. No, I would just think, and he had the little thing and the cape, and he was holding a sub. or I think it was like eating a sub or something like that, and I was just like thinking like, I want to get one of them subs, and like it was like a child moment when these subs were good because I was excited to eat them when I was a kid, but that's when I get hit and it hurts and I know I'm hurt. I find myself thinking about the high subs from 1996.
Wow. Not the subs, the marketing. For
the marketing for the subs.
That's why you do.
And then I'm like, and I start to think about it, and then I'm like, I'm rocked. I'm thinking about this. Like I'll be lost in the thought, and be like, oh crap, and then I'm all right. Defense. You're thinking about the subs again.
I've always heard the joke like when you get knocked out, you like wake up and like, can I get $5 on pump too? Like that.
You wake up and you have like a weird.
Well, people always wake up and what happened? What happened? You know.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people tell that story.
I mean, the only time I got knocked out was with Jesse, head kick. But like when I got knocked out, I hit the ground, and I woke up and I was like, shit, I remember all of that. Like, I remember the shin connecting, you know, I remember dropping, but I was out. I was unconscious.
Yeah, I've never been knocked out.
No? Oh,
but
thing.
But I have had my equilibrium taken out. So like the top of the head where your legs go out, so if it was, I guess depending, that could be considered a knockout, but you're still awake. Like, you know, like you get caught on the top of the head and your legs just go out, but you're fine as soon as you get up. Like, there's been a couple times like you're moving in on somebody and they touch you and your legs go out and then you get back up and you're fine.
Yeah.
You know, there's been a couple times like somebody that's not as good will catch you like that, and you're like, all right, now you're really gonna get it.
Then you're like, okay, time to pick up the steam here a little bit.
Play with the ego. Shame on you.
It just like turned, you know, that button on the top of your head. It just turns the world upside down for like a split second.
It puts you on skates.
Yeah,
like you're trying to walk, but like you're on ice skates.
Yeah,
you can't do it.
Do you do a lot of ice skating? Do you do a lot of ice skating?
No, I wish.
Really?
No, I don't.
Like, why would you wish that?
No, I just
poor
fall.
ankles.
my legs are already messed up enough. We shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this myself.
Good at hockey. You just smashing people.
But that's all I would do.
Enforcer.
They'd be like,
they call it the enforcer.
Yeah,
someone would grab me, direct me, just shove me.
Yeah. Eric likes to beat up kids, so
beat up.
Let's tell some stories about Eric.
Oh,
tell Eric. Why don't you tell the public about how you used to treat kids in summer camp?
Jeez,
get on the wall. Wall sits.
Oh, I did get the one kid in the wall.
Yeah.
No, multiple kids. If anybody did anything, Eric was like, on the wall sits.
Jeez.
You spelled my name wrong. Wall sits. They're crying. That was fun though, especially the wild card.
The wild card was fun.
What's the wild card?
You missed it, man. You never got a chance to work a summer camp and have all the fun of making how much an hour? I don't even know. What did we get paid?
It was like $8.
We did not even get paid that.
I don't think it was $8 when you really thought about it.
You guys got paid. I worked there.
Seems like I was there.
Yeah, I was there.
No,
I didn't even get my membership covered. Well, actually, maybe I did. For
what did you do?
months.
You worked there?
I worked sales.
Oh yeah, you did work sales.
Yeah, very briefly. I hated it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not a luxury gym. If you look at it, you know, people see it as a luxury gym. Like nobody's like, oh, I gotta go in shape. Let me spend 16 times what Planet Fitness is to get in shape. You know, so trying to sell people on a luxury gym, whether you believe in it or not, is very difficult. You know.
Yeah.
And you know,
I really felt that I did good with the sales, but I really felt like a lot of the people like that would come in had no money.
That's the problem. Yeah. I mean,
the demographic that wants to do mixed martial arts a lot of times doesn't.
Right.
But that was something that I said that we should get away from the MMA 101s and go to just Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai, and that's been done. Mm-hmm. And it's worked out well. It seems to be. I don't know. I'm not there. But I always thought when you have like the MMA classes, you have people that are most likely younger in age, and their cards bounce, you know, on the payments. Yeah. So you have older guys that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and everything. So I think that business-wise for a school, you know, doing them MMA classes, they're kind of worthless. Like, if you don't know the basics of striking and jiu-jitsu, why do you need to learn MMA? So learn, you know, do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and do striking and get a knowledge of it, and then we can mix it all together. Yeah. But I really felt that a lot of the people that would come to just the MMA class were people that were younger and probably didn't have jobs and I had a rough in life and the only thing I got left is fighting, so I gotta make this work.
That whole point of the TV said that'll never work on me, kind of thing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and kickboxing. You got guys that are 50 years old doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So you have probably less bounce payments if you get away from the MMA class model. But that's just my business sense.
It was also what was hot though. Like UFC was on a climb. Yeah. So
it was. But the people that wanted to train UFC are people that their cards bounce and they don't pay for memberships for the most part. There was a lot of issues, with that. Yeah. I think.
No, I mean, it was difficult to
think about it. Every one of the weirdos that came in for the MMA class. They weren't like guys that were coming for. There was maybe one or two that came in for kickboxing because it's still like a fighting thing, but guys didn't come in that were super weird for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, except for the Renzo Gracie purple belt that came in. Do you remember that guy?
I rolled one time, but I wasn't there when his whole thing happened.
Well, he wasn't. So this guy came in and said that he trained at Renzo's, and if anybody knows anything about Portuguese, it's Renzo, and he said he was a purple belt. So he left his purple belt at home, but he was fine in, putting on a white belt and rolling. So I'm like, if you earned a purple belt,
right,
you're not putting on a white belt. No. If you earned a blue belt, you're not putting on like it's fine to go in jiu-jitsu without a belt on. Yeah. Like you've done that plenty of times.
I do it every time.
Yeah.
Steve doesn't even own a belt.
I refuse.
He's not even on these pants he's wearing now.
He is the king of the white belts.
Yeah, I'm the king of the white belts. Forever white belt. Baby.
Would you promote him to blue belt?
Yeah, why not? He's been doing this he did it at one point for like 14 years.
Can we promote him right now?
I didn't give a shit
promote
about the belt. I never gave a shit about it.
You've had your purple belt longer than me. Promote him.
I don't want it.
We're going to promote you.
No, we're not forcing things on
We're going to do this.
I don't want it. I competed at blue belt, but I competed at blue belt no-gi.
Did you win?
Yeah. I don't know if I won a gold blue belt, but I
what did you win then?
Like silver.
Okay, that's not winning.
Match.
What is this? Participation? You lost. You're a loser.
Yeah, second is the first loser.
Right.
You were the first loser in a blue belt division.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
What? Did I make you depressed?
I've seen myself. I'm gonna go. Was it autoerotic?
Wait, you're gonna go get? Oh, I thought you were gonna get an island.
Tie my belt to my neck. I'm thinking Eddie the whole time.
He'll tie his white belt.
Look at the disgust that he deserves.
he looks disgusted real quick.
What's wrong? Am I uncomfortable? Yeah, you don't like me like that?
No, not at all, Steve.
Damn. Struck out.
Seems like I'm never come back here again.
I'm never come back here again. You don't like me?
She doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Do you like me? Do you like me?
Did you get to see the samurai fight?
Yeah, I did. Jerry? That's his name, right? Jerry?
Yuri?
Jerry? I don't know.
I haven't paid attention to that guy at all.
But I hope he loses.
Yeah, you literally Eddie called me and was like, I hate the samurai guy. And I was like, I'm like, if his fights
you know
are
why
exciting,
I hate him.
Why do you hate him?
Yeah,
tell the world. The Czech Republic?
Why do you hate
you tell the world. It's your decision.
Piece his hair.
That is just messed up.
Look at this guy and his boy band. Look at this guy.
If I had a hairband, I'd put it up just to spite you.
But you had to shave it back up to here. Like what kind of like he had to make it in fighting because he looks like I don't even know what. Like
you've seen him without a beard.
You are a 30. How old is he?
Some guys do not look good without a beard.
No, beard is makeup for men. It really helps. Yeah, like me without a beard. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I look like I'm 13. I become a child.
I look like a 13-year-old pedophile. That's the weirdest thing.
Well, wait. What changes?
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Thanks, Eric. Now I'm gonna get investigated by the FBI.
Jeez. There's like one guy who's watching every video ever, just be like, "That's our new target."
Yeah. I see on the TikToks, the Tic Tacs or whatever.
Tic Tacs.
They do a lot of like fun government videos.
Oh, do they?
And there's this guy on there that's like, yeah, if you ever are suspect to getting raided by the FBI or something like that, and they like come and take your stuff, just get like a 1 terabyte flash drive and record like punching mayonnaise sounds or something like that because they have to listen to the entire thing to try to find like label it something like making or something like that, and they have to listen to the entire thing. So it's like, yeah, make them listen to mayonnaise getting sloshed around for 8 hours.
Just 8 hours of. Oh man! So just go get terabytes and just put random stuff on.
I mean, you'd have to be suspected of some fucked up shit for them to come raid you, but I mean,
depending. Now, I think that they're gonna maybe start raiding.
Thanks, Putin.
So we should all just have our
It's all Putin's fault.
terabyte hard drive of just mayonnaise slapping sounds.
Yeah, just in case.
No, like get multiple hard drives.
If you voted anything but Democrat, make sure you have that terabyte.
So I should just get Donald Duck talking for like 6 hours. But that's really good.
Thank you. If I had a nickel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever could get a nickel.
I've never gotten a nickel. You collect coins, Eddie?
No, but you know what I actually saw?
He's a big
You know
coin
when
guy.
I sat down? When I sat down, I noticed something.
What's up?
I
Did you find a
noticed.
nickel? Wait, did you find a nickel? You gotta give
Look
me
at
some.
this.
Oh, can I have the nickel?
Is that
Is that a peso?
That's funny
It's a
money,
peso.
dude. That's funny money.
It's a peso.
That's a peso.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I noticed that like when I
That's gotta be
just
worth
sat
something
down.
close to 5 cents.
Speaking of it,
Maybe
like
when I buy Mexico as president, this will be worth something. But right now, this is
he's
just
gonna
target
make
practice.
this. He's gonna make this currency
You
worth
throw
something.
this up and try to hit it with a pistol.
Hey, man,
That's all.
but
this
you're
is good for.
you're 1 peso closer to a nickel.
1 peso
Yeah.
closer.
That just was randomly.
Can this
there.
be some birria? Have you ever had birria?
Birria.
Oh, birria.
What is that?
It's I think it's slow roasted goat, but it's like spicy and it's in like a soaked tortilla. It's so good.
No, I never had that.
I don't really. I feel bad about this because I want to like it so much, but I just don't. I'm not a big like Mexican food guy. Like I don't like Taco
really?
Bell. I don't like Chipotle.
Well,
You
those
know,
are American.
So what do you want to buy
but no, I
Mexico
worked-
and get rid of Mexican food?
bingo.
Oh
No,
my gosh.
Be like, hey, hot dogs.
hot dogs, McDonald's,
Hot dogs.
Burger King.
Your new
Wendy's.
You
traditions.
see this hot dog? Cut it up, put it in some beans. That's your new thing.
No, but no, I worked with a guy. His name was Marcos, and I wanted to test this theory because, like, you're right. I've only had Americanized Mexican food, but I asked Marcos. I was like, dude, tell your mom. His mother's from Mexico. Tell your mom I'll give her any amount of money for any her best dish, and she didn't charge me anything, but she made me chicken mole.
Ooh,
It's
chicken
like-
mole is good.
Yeah, it's like a little chocolatey a little bit or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's like,
Didn't like it.
really?
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about going to Mexican places, the best Mexican places are always the Mexican like taco restaurants that are right next to the little Mexican markets.
Ah.
So right next to the Bel Air Mall,
Yeah.
there is a little Mexican market.
Okay.
Right next to there is a little restaurant named the Fiesta Grill.
Fiesta Grill.
Go there.
Okay. I'll try anything 3 times.
Food.
Anything 3 times. All right, guys, we're in the last 5 minutes.
Last 5 minutes.
We need a topic. Eric's good for
usually don't last
topics.
this long.
Ooh, man, topics.
Topics. Putin.
We did talk a lot of. You guys did talk a lot about
Let's
politics.
talk. I want to hear. I want to hear some politics from Eric. From Eric.
I was gonna say, I'm not a politic
Are you
guy.
a politic guy?
No,
You
You
don't
a
get
politic
involved in
guy?
politics at
no,
all?
I'm.
You have
the
no
only-
interest.
No, the only thing is when you're going for president, I'm gonna vote for you,
I
obviously,
appreciate that.
because
Thank you.
I want to be like the bottom
But
wood
you
in the
don't-
cabinet.
You don't care about anybody making decisions.
I
you
do,
don't- you don't-
but also
you know.
like
You just go on vibes. Like
Yeah,
who's got the funniest name?
not, that. So I'm 100% on the Steve or Kanye vote for 2028. That's just where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, I got a few more people to convince, but
His wife.
yeah, my wife.
So how's it going with converting your wife to being a right-wing extremist like yourself?
Right wing extremist. Yeah.
I think you would classify yourself as a right-wing extremist,
I
right?
think I would.
Like you're
He's
like
pretty
QAnon.
extreme.
He's like,
Yeah.
QAnon guy.
Yeah, like birds aren't real.
Yeah, birds are real.
You ever
this
seen
flag.
a baby pigeon? You know, they were turning the frogs gay though. Apparently,
They were.
Yeah, they were. No, no, my wife. She's, I think she's a good person. Like, and of course, she's very empathetic. So she tends to, want better for people without thinking of the cost to others. So she has good intentions, but it's just, we don't see eye to eye on everything.
Okay.
So, but like I think there should be extremely limited government.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to telling you what to do.
of course.
I mean, of course, run stuff, but you know, I don't think I need to go to the government to figure out what kind of fence I want to put around my yard.
Exactly.
That kind of deal. But yeah, I mean, we see eye to eye on most things. You know, I'm not extreme on the right. She's not extreme on the left.
I remember you used to be a big Bernie Sanders guy, didn't you? And I used to heckle you a lot about that. Didn't
I was a big Bernie
You
guy.
were feeling the burn?
Yeah, I was. But then I got some cream. It was free.
Yeah.
No, he was cool. I like his ideas. Like, I do think colleges are a huge Ponzi scheme.
College is ridiculously expensive.
They get twice the money of the loan they give out, pretty much. You know, from the person and from the government. It's just a escalating, you know, money scheme. Colleges, and in the past 5 years, college degrees haven't been worth dog shit. No. You know, I didn't go to college. I have a pretty good paying job because I went to the job force and, you know, fucking went balls deep. You went to college, right?
Yeah.
So you went to college. Do you have a lot of college debt? I don't want to get into. No. Okay. No. But so do you regret going to college at all?
Yeah. Somewhat.
You do. Okay. And why do you regret it?
I just think I spent a lot of time getting a piece of paper.
Yes.
That, like, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't really matter.
Could you get your job with certifications?
No.
No. So
my
you need
current
degree?
job, no, I have to have.
But that's the thing. Like some of the jobs, you have to have
Some
the
of them
degree.
you do.
Yeah, some of you have to have a degree, but in reality, you could learn this if the system was just different. You could learn this.
Yes,
you know, if we had more apprenticeships, something of that matter, you know, we'd probably be a lot better off.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the solution is just, let's make everything free, because then it just subsidizes bad decisions.
No, it shouldn't be free.
But it shouldn't be as crazy expensive as it
shouldn't
is.
be as crazy. There should be a cap. And I've said this.
So you want the government to regulate education?
I want the government to regulate the
amount of money that colleges can make.
I think there should be a generic markup on sales completely. I think you shouldn't mark up something more than 20 or 200%. So if something costs you $100 to make, you know, labor included, whatever, you should not charge more than $200 or more than $300 for it.
You could never come to the Libertarian Party again.
I know. No, there is a role for government. I think it oversteps way too often. You know,
Just like what you were saying, like controlling markups and everything like that.
Well,
But
controlling
we'll
markups
leave it on that note. You know, he's a lefty communist,
big
Che
government.
Guevara here. You know,
Yeah.
coming to he's got the cool hat and all.
yeah,
you know,
yeah, my struggle.
He does got the Peaky Blinders hat.
you know, that's the other side of the spectrum, I guess. But you know, you guys are both on the
It's a circle.
spectrum.
You
know.
go
It
far
is a
enough
circle.
left, you go right. You go
It's the
far
same
enough
thing.
right.
You get the same thing.
Yeah.
You get the same
I'm
thing.
just trying to be a polka dot.
Yeah.
Little tit in there.
Polka dot.
Yeah, little aerial. That's where I float. Aerial in the boob of politics.
All right, guys. I think that's it
Thank
for
you.
the second episode of the Rhino and the Dude. We got this Tom Hardy guy here,
Aldi's version of Tom Hardy.
the Aldi version of
Great
Tom Hardy.
value.
I'm already
Eh.
rotten when you buy me.
Yep.
Got a little fungus, but you know.
All right, guys. We're out until next episode. I'm the Dude,
On the Rhino.
and that's it.